It's just one of those days. But welcome to Crypto Waffle episode 70. Congratulations. Thank you very much for watching, staying here. But we have managed to get through 70 episodes. Wow. Closing in on that big 100. But anyway, today's topics.
Only half a year to go.
Exactly. Only half a year to go. Today's topics are USDT. Can your stable coins be frozen? Altcoin breakouts, relief rally, or the real deal? And then predictions and trades of the week. So, the USDT freezing was your piece, I should say, from last week that you wanted to do this week. So why was that?
There has been a lot of reports of users of USDT not being able to access their funds. The whole point in crypto is that it's permissionless. Now, what happens is that some jurisdiction, some authority somewhere in the world, they approach Tether and they say to them, we need this certain wallet locked for such and such a reason. Doesn't have to go through a trial or whatever, just down to that particular jurisdiction. Tether then lock your wallet and you cannot send your USDT from your wallet until you've spoken to the people who have frozen your wallet. So what does that mean? Is Tether safe? For me, not anymore. So I stopped
They've been
using
freezing
Tether.
stuff for a while though, haven't they?
Yeah, I stopped using Tether a long time ago. Even during the last cycle, I had stopped using Tether. But I think the fact that they've been freezing stuff for a while is one thing. It's the frequency now. The fact that the frequency has jumped, that's become the problem. And a lot of people are saying, oh, as long as you're not doing any dodgy stuff or you don't know anyone that's doing any dodgy stuff, then you should be fine. But I do know of some people who don't do dodgy stuff, have never done dodgy stuff, and have had their wallets or their USDT frozen by countries that they've never been to. It is becoming a problem.
Crazy. So what's the alternative to USDC?
I would use something called USDS, which was formerly called DAI, D-A-I, and it's a decentralized stable coin. So it's totally decentralized. You can use it on ETH and all of the EVMs. I think it may even be available on Solana now. Not too sure about that. Don't quote me on it. So I would use that one. The only issue is, interestingly, is that if I share my screen, let me share my screen, is that interestingly, for some reason or another, and I think this is, let me make sure. I think that this is a good sign, I guess, more than a bad sign. So this is the one that you want to, that you can use. It's USDS, previously DAI. And if you look back over its history, no, this is only since it's been rebranded. So this is not that long. If we click DAI, you should be able to see the entire history, but it's a different screen. Okay, so you cannot, for some reason, in the UK, go to the website. If I try to go to the website, let me show you what
is it, out of a jurisdiction or whatever?
It just blocks it.
So that's like when you try to go on a Binance research report.
Do you get those on Binance research reports as well? Do you get
you can't view any of the research reports.
Okay.
Either.
Okay. Interesting. I don't know why they want us to not have access to this information. I guess maybe they view these as being genuinely dangerous to them. But for whatever reason, you can't get on there and see it. But I guess I could explain it a little bit, how it works is that the way that it stays stable, which is different to other decentralized stable coins that blew up, namely Terra's UST, is that with this algorithmic stable coin, this is not an algorithmic stable coin. This is an over collateralized stable coin. So what it means is that for every dollar that is in circulation, there is the equivalent in ETH value or USDT value or USDC value, or treasuries or whatever, but all held in a decentralized vault to be a decentralized version of what Tether is. So Tether has to hold all these treasuries in a bank. USDC has to hold all these treasuries in a bank. With USDS, all of the collateral, be it Ethereum or whatever, or Bitcoin, is held in a decentralized vault. And if you had access to Sky.money, you'd be able to see that vault and see how much wiggle room there is before the coin could possibly be depegged.
Right.
So it is I think very, very good. Probably the strongest alternative to Tether.
Fair enough. And is it easy to get your hands on as Tether and
Yeah, I think so. It should be on all the usual exchanges. Let's have a look. If we go to markets, so yeah, BitGet, Coinbase, Uniswap. So it is on Coinbase, but then after that, it looks like the majority of the volume is on the DEXs. No surprise. Well, that's
so
interesting. Well,
it's not
yeah, it's on Upbit, Bitfun, Coinbase. Trying to think which ones it's not on then.
so it's on most of the majors.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's a big project. 11 billion, 12th in coin market cap.
And is this
So
something is good for just transferable funds or to hold the funds in for a longer time
if you're going to hold the funds, I would use this ahead
rather
of
than it sat in USDC, USDT?
exactly. Just because you just don't know the history of the USDT that you've got, regardless of where you got it from, you don't know the history. And even if the history is clean, you may have to go and explain to some prosecutor in Croatia why the history is clean. And during that time, you may need access to your assets. So
Yeah.
yeah, so that has
Fair
been
enough.
a bit of a problem recently. Something that we should all just be a little bit cautious of. After overall, though, I guess the moral of the story is just hold Bitcoin.
Yeah. Hold stuff that you don't need to put into stables or just hold the assets themselves.
Yeah, yeah.
Unless, of course, you are maybe holding the stables on some sort of exchange or DEX, it'd probably be all right.
If you're holding stables on a deck on an exchange, then you've got the exchange risk. So if the
Yeah.
exchange goes down, like everyone who else holding stables on FTX, yeah, good luck with that. Cryptsy, can't think of any others, but I'm sure there are more exchanges that have gone missing. So
Yeah. Just have to be vigilant, pay attention,
yes, be cautious, be
see
careful.
how, yeah. So we've finally seen a bit of green in the markets as I've been banging the drum on about for, well, what feels like months. It's pretty much
No,
since,
you, you were saying that we was going to go lower. You were saying that
no,
bear market.
relief rally. I've been calling for a relief rally for ages. How
Sounds like
dare
you're
you?
hedging. Sounds like you're hedging your bets, mate. Sounds
No,
like
it's a relief rally before likely heading lower. And I've
sounds like
been
you're gonna
banging that drum since probably early Feb.
sounds like you're gonna get splinters sitting on that fence.
No.
So I've been saying bottoms in, going back to
Yeah, I
125.
agree. Short term bottom, I think, could be in. But to sustainably get anywhere, I'd want to see us break through that 80K. But
So, relief rally, where are we going to? How
well,
high?
let me share my screen. So for a while now, I've been hammering the drum on Hyperliquid, and I have to say it has been one of the best performers in crypto land. Um, well, since the bottom really, in Jan.
I feel like
Bitcoin had put its bottom in Feb.
I feel like we closed our long too soon on that one.
Possibly, but we're at resistance level. So if you get another opportunity to enter, it's not a bad thing. I'm looking to get back in on a levered long around the 34 to 36 range. Should we get a retest? You can also see on my chart, so on the daily, we're starting to get up above the 20-day and the 50-day for the first time in a while. Obviously, we had a brief relief rally here, which ultimately resulted in lower prices. Obviously, you want to see this on the bigger time frames, really, to mean anything. Hyperliquid's currently above the 20-day and the 50-day, which is good. Bitcoin holding that 100-day support at the minute, but needs to durably get above these areas before we actually go, yeah, bottoms in sort of thing, in my point of view. And that's really across the board on stuff. So if we go,
What were the few things that Hyperliquid were planning to do? What's the reason for this price movement? Do you think it's just
well,
market
I think
forces?
it's so I've been reading a lot of articles. So I don't know if you read the Wall Street Journal in your spare time, Crypto C,
Do not.
but I saw a piece, and it's the only piece I've read in a very long time because it mentioned Hyperliquid. So a lot of the
Okay.
TradFi names are now talking about using Hyperliquid over the weekends during high volatility events. Basically, with what's going on now, obviously out in the Middle East, um, the only way for institutions, traders, you name it, to get access to this stuff over the weekend is Hyperliquid. And even Bloomberg, which I think we discussed last week, have done a couple talks on it now, write-ups on the use of Hyperliquid and people using it for this matter. And you're also, I'm seeing on X, seeing a lot of people having basically AI agents on Hyperliquid that are trading stocks, that are trading cryptos, that are trading commodities that some people don't even look at. That was one tweet I saw earlier. Some girl was saying, I don't even look at Intel, but my AI bot closed a 30% long on Intel for me. Hyperliquid's got all these things. It's doing some mad volumes. It's getting ridiculous fees, and it's eating everything. It's the only, and if the other thing I wanted to look at today is if we do hype USD divided by BTC, is if we look at this, hype is one of the only assets breaking out against Bitcoin, as you can see, a clear trend up and to the right at the moment. So, and also, I think, like I mentioned last week,
How high can hype go?
if you watch Arthur Hayes, he's been talking about $150.
He's a madman.
He is a madman. I think last week we talked about Head and Shoulders, which had a target of 44, give or take, which we're not far off of now, as you can see here. But actually, bigger picture, there's an argument to say there is a big cup and handle here. Okay. That cup and handle gives us a target of approximately 70, which would be new all-time highs. Now, to get through that, there is going to be a broad area of resistance, that red box, as you can see. And I'll remove these lower ones because they've acted as support. I think they'll continue to act as support going forward. But yes, we do need to see a durable break, I'd say, specifically around that 41. If we can really get through that 41 and hold it and kind of consolidate between that 47 to 41 range, I think we could then have a breakout further. But it obviously depends on broader markets, because if you have been living under a rock, the S&P is near enough 5% off the highs now, durably below 20-day and 50-day SMAs. On the weekly, we did below the 20-day. The 50-day is around about 6,450. So I think we could be in for some more pain ultimately before a rally. I think we're more likely to get a rally just from a political point of view, closer to midterms, more than anything. Also, with regards to, we could in the short term, if some peace news or whatever comes out, like you mentioned last week, the peace trade actually starts to unfold, this relief rally could get a bit of steam. But I do think you need to treat every rally as a lower high until proven otherwise. So, like I said, for Bitcoin, I really want to see it break above 80K for me to be like, okay, we could have a run at 100 here. If we don't get above 80K, I remain having a bearish bias, and I think these rallies are to be sold. If you missed out the opportunity of selling it up here and are now kicking yourself. I personally won't be doing that on my specific assets, my book, which is these. I will be looking at hype. I've done nothing. I trimmed off about 10%, if that. I think it was 6% actually, around 37. I buy orders stacked between 33 to 35. Aerodrome, I'm doing nothing. Doge, I might look to sell 10, 20% of the bag if we were to get a rally to around 13. Same with Link, if we're to get a durable rally, say to about 11, 10, 20% to shave off. And Syrup, if we do have another attempt of around this 33 to, call it 30 cents range, I might trim off 20% again and look to buy back lower. But there's a lot of stuff breaking out. One I've been watching, I'm kicking myself that I didn't get in, was Tau. We've talked about it before. I was watching this chart, and for whatever reason, I just took my eye off the ball. And I was like, because I looked at it the other day, and we were like here at 2:30, and I was like, wow, I'm not entering that. I'll wait for a pullback, be patient. But we have had a clean break, effectively, of this downtrend that it's been in. So on the weeklies here, the last time we had a break of this downtrend, as you can see, this big white line, was back here in October, which ultimately ended up being a fake out, and we did end up closing lower, as you can see after. So again, for me to say that Tau is going to have another run at around this 480 area, I want to see it get above this 320 and ultimately hold the 350 as support, for them to be
Massive,
durably higher.
massive ecosystem in Tau, and whenever it does
Yeah,
well, a lot of the little subnets do well as well, don't they?
apparently there's been a lot of money flowing into a lot of the subnets. So with regards to the AI stuff, obviously people are saying that um, a lot of people's focus has been taken off the AI trade and is now onto like macro, effectively, or global macro, and everyone's
Yes.
become an Iranian or an Israeli politician or specialist in
Yep.
politics out there all of a
Yep.
sudden. But yes, in Tau, there's a lot of money flowing into these subnets. I haven't had the chance to deep dive into these yet. The easiest way for me to think without having to spend a lot of time working on research of the subnets is to just own Tau itself. For me personally, I won't be looking to buy a Tau until we have a pullback to around 250. If we do get a pullback or a cleanish retest of this white line around the 250 mark, that for me is a clear breakout retest. This is where I want to be adding. If I was to buy any Tau, I could play the trade. Obviously, you could have stops really tight. You could have stops at say 240. If you get below 240, you get out. I am eyeing up a silver short as well here. So reason being, we had this kind of inverse of Tau. So like you've got here, a flat top, sloped bottom. You've got a flat top, sloped bottom here. But we've had a confirmation of a breakout at the moment. Now, what I don't like here is this daily candle is bullish. If that was to close like that, it means there should be follow through in price action, i.e. the bull should step in. But on the 4-hour, there's also an argument to say that this breakdown here is a retest, and here should be sold. So I think I'm looking to play a silver short. I'd probably have my stops at around 85.5, something like that. Another thing that plays into that is the dollar. So the dollar, we have, I think I discussed this last week, was it? Maybe week before. We have a potentially big double bottom at play. A dollar rally of this magnitude would definitely play havoc with precious metals. So if this double bottom does play out, dollar could easily rally to 104.7 ish, give or take. Ultimately, I think we'll go to about the 103.8, and that dashed green line is where we get rejected. If you've been watching me for a while, you'll know that dashed green line goes back in, well, history of multiple pivot points within the market, which is why that's there. So I'm watching this, but again, for that silver trade to kind of come to fruition, the dollar does need to get through this 100 mark. As you can see, we kind of attempted it yesterday, but today have been rejected. So ultimately, I'm waiting for the signal of the dollar to confirm the breakout. And if in doing so, I then may take a stab at a silver short here, because I do think that silver will be going risk off for a while. And you can also see we've lost the daily SMAs, both orange and white for the first, well, not for the first time. Briefly reclaimed them here, but it's kind of been a bit of sideways chop unsure until it's broken. And you could also say these yellow lines, top and bottom, is just one big bear flag because your initial move is down, as this arrow points out. And a break of that bear flag, if you were to take the pole to your breakout target, sticks you at around about 45. So I'd definitely be looking to play a trade for silver. I think ultimately we will come back to around these highs, around the 54 to 60 area. And that is, I think, a buy the dip opportunity if we get it. So there's a lot of stuff happening with regards to crypto and Mac.
What's your take on MSTR at the minute? I see your buy Sailor has been top blasting.
Yeah, so I was again, so this is my trading stocks and crypto watch list. The one I'm in at the moment is an AMD, and I've been in that for a while. To be honest, silver I'm very close to, which is why it's in this section. Potentially looking at going long Oracle again. I'll go to MicroStrategy in a second. Kind of breakout retest, pretty clean there, and everyone's kind of thrown in the towel and software's dead, blah blah blah. Like all this capex spend is going to be pointless, yada yada yada. Ultimately, I think we could have a decent rally, and MicroStrategy is no different. You have a potential bottoming signal here, and for the first time in a long time, we've looked to potentially be closing the first day above the 100-day SMA, which is this orange line. The last time we were above there was August 25. So we've been severely risk off, and to see how high we rally, you just need to go to a bigger time frame and pick out the areas of resistance. So you likely have resistance coming in around there, 185. You probably also have resistance around there, so 240. And again, for this to actually have a run for the highs again, you want to see it durably hold these areas if we were to get up there. For me, before I was to enter an MST trade, I want to see us break back above this 100-day SMA. So this green line that's coming here and currently sitting around where we are now, call it 147. If we durably get a weekly close above that and I have an opportunity to enter on a drawdown, I think I will be taking it. And all of this will be done on Hyperliquid.
So you don't think he's going to have to sell then?
No. I said this a while ago. Nothing will likely ever happen as it ever does.
Yeah.
Not to say something can't. Obviously, if something does come out that would work, it could really throw a spanner in the works. Yeah. And I think if it was, then potentially we get pushed to 30K. Maybe that's a capitulative move. Who knows? But let's see. we'd have to see what's happening. But there's a bit of green. Obviously, everybody's happy. But I do think across the board, these rallies are to be sold for lower prices later on down the line. Could be wrong. Obviously, that's a risky game that you play trying to sell them. As I said earlier, I personally won't be selling any full bags on these rallies. I'll be selling portions of bags because the greater risk to me is that they rip without me on board of that train. And I'm not risking that.
Okay. Okay.
Is there anything you want me to look at chart wise, by the way? Assets.
You've covered everything. You've covered everything of any interest. Strategy bought this week.
Yeah, SBET bought, SharpLink bought again.
SBET bought, yeah.
There's been a lot
I guess
of
is there any point in looking at oil?
I mean, just quickly on the crypto stock ETFs things.
Oh, did you hear that the ETH, staked ETH,
Yeah, it got approved.
BlackRock, it's live now. The staked ETH BlackRock ETF. So the first ETF where you can get a yield now
Yeah,
exists.
I mean, we've
About
had some
2 to
decent
3%.
inflows as well over the last couple of days, both on
Yeah.
Bitcoin, ETH. XRP's had nothing. Sol's had a bit. Doge has had some as well. So's Link,
I think that XRP, I think the feed might be down.
possibly. But yeah, there's been some decent inflows. But yeah, I did see that their staking ETF was approved.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm monitoring a lot of stuff at the minute. I think my AMD short thesis is there's a double top as marked here. I think we're on the and we're currently filling this gap as marked with this yellow box. I think we're on the
Way
cusp
down?
of further downside. Yeah, but ultimately to see that you need the S&P to break. So we would need the S&P likely to break this support area of around 655 to 66. We break that, and it's on the cards.
Yeah.
We have had this kind of top going on for a while now with no durable highs. Same for the Nasdaq. Potential double top up there as well with targets of 22. So you could argue that we're on the cusp of a major event. Looking at Nasdaq and S&P, they're just waiting for some sort of catalyst to go puke. Obviously, in doing so, will likely affect crypto in a bad way.
Well,
But then also
what sort of catalyst can they possibly now have? We've kind of had
credit,
every.
private credits. There's a lot of stuff going on about private credit at the moment. That's definitely a catalyst. I know BlackRock. I mean, I was reading something the other day that BlackRock were trying to release some equity that on their books was marked at like 98 cents to the dollar. And then in their latest reports, actually marked it down to like 1 cent on the dollar. So,
Yikes.
yeah, yikes, indeed. So they're having to shuffle the books, as the piece said at the time, to try and paper over some of these shit investments that they've had. But they're not going to be alone in that either. There'll be plenty of others doing that, and that's one of the big risks at the minute. And I think that the S&P charts and the Nasdaq charts are telling you that you've had a very slow grind lower. There's an argument in this Nasdaq chart here that this is a bear flag. There's your initial move down. So I think it's a time to be cautious. As much as there's a lot of trade setups potentially out there, I'd want stops 100%. I'm not looking to play any big spot moves here. If anything, I'd be looking to trim a little bit of spot, but not much, because if the Nasdaq and the S&P were to fall through, then yeah, you're going to get nuked on the crypto side of things. But ultimately, like I say, if we did have because I think we've got FOMC meeting this week as
Yeah, it'd be
well.
no change, won't it?
Yeah, if something comes out there, they're happy now with just 3 countries receiving oil through the Strait of Hormuz, be it India, China, and I can't remember the others. If they're happy with that, that might be beneficial news to the markets. They may pump, and in doing so will obviously affect and help what's going on at the moment, and might exaggerate that to that 80K level in Bitcoin that we talked about. But yeah, we'd have to see. It's kind of it's a risky place to be at the moment. But like I said, the greatest trade for me is not being aboard this train when it runs. So I'd rather just sit through the pain.
Shall we do our predictions?
Let's do it, sir. Although before we do that, how close? Well, I say before we do that, we're doing it as I say. Look how close we are for hitting our TP, by the way, on Bitcoin long. So close. So close.
We leave it, or should we? The thing is, 74.5 is, I don't want to say frothy, but
What's the percentage trade? Well, what's the percent that we're
at
up on that?
25%, I think.
Ultimately, I think we take it and we always look to go back in.
Yeah, I would agree. Because I'm not feeling massively bullish at these levels.
Yeah, because touch wood, we've been pretty sensible and spot on lately.
Mate,
So
we've been on fire since I've got back from
I want to
holiday.
keep this up, and I think we'd do the old "no one ever went broke taking profits" approach.
Yeah. Interestingly, the one that we lost last week, the oil, when
Yeah,
Trump came out and said the war's finished, it then recovered and it's now back to where it was this time last week.
yeah. But then
Um,
again, like you said last week, I think it's the other trade here is the peace trade. Is it
that's
that
the
if this
big one.
starts to de-escalate,
Yes, that's
and
the big one.
if that does happen, and stocks and Nasdaq and crypto hasn't fallen further, then yes, you likely see a bigger relief rally.
Yeah.
That's
Well, do
totally
you know what?
possible.
I think maybe if stocks and crypto, especially crypto, if crypto has fallen further, and stocks actually, and then we see the peace trade come on board, I guess you see a recovery because everybody
Probably.
gets back to work, right? But it's all up in the air. It's all very
Yeah, we'll have to see.
it's all a lot of ifs and maybes. So
But yeah, Bitcoin.
let's go over last week's scores, shall we?
Well, but I'm going to give us one both for Bitcoin.
I
Were
don't
we
know.
the
'Cause
same target of 75? Are
no,
we?
you said 75. You went for the extra point.
And what did you say? 76?
74.
74.
Yeah.
Oh, and how high have we been? 4.5.
Yeah.
500 off. I will leave it down to you if you want to give me the point or not.
No, you don't get it because because the whole point in going the extra means that if it passes you, you get 2 points.
Fair
So
enough.
if it
Fair
doesn't
enough.
pass you, you get nothing. You get niche.
Fair
Nil.
enough. Hyperliquid, both nailed. What did we say for this? Was it 38?
38.
Yeah.
And you know what, right? I was saying I was going to do a personal long on that one, and I
You
didn't.
didn't, did you?
The problem is when we're finished here, I always go and eat food like a glutton hog, and I forget everything else I'm supposed to do in life. I'm like,
You
oh,
have to
let me go
rewatch
eat.
it back. You have to start rewatching them back.
I should just put the trade on immediately. I should just
I
put
mean,
the
plus
trade
I've
on.
been banging on about Hyperliquid for quite a while now.
Yeah, and our hype long was brilliant. Well, we closed it
Yeah.
at 37, didn't we? But we
Yeah,
done well.
we did. Oracle, both nailed as well.
165. Did we touch it?
Yeah, went over it. Went to 171.
Oh, look at us.
Currently filling the gap on the daily, which again was why I'm potentially, because that's effectively like that. It's pennant. But looking potentially again for another one. Zcash,
Yeah,
what were our
that'll be an
targets?
interesting one. 240.
Yeah, screen past it, 266 currently.
Absolutely ripped past it.
And then oil, what did we both say, 105?
Yeah,
We went to a
I said
high,
100. I said 110.
I said 105.
You said yes, you did.
and we went to a high of 102.5.
Yeah,
So
go
you're
on
going to
then.
give me that, sir, or not?
I'll give you that one. Yeah, I will. I will.
So that makes us even, does it not?
That makes us even, Steven. Damn
Lovely stuff.
it! It's a draw. What's
It
that?
is a draw.
4-4.
My screen sharing,
Yes,
is
you
it?
were. You're not. You're not now. You was
Oh,
before.
what's happened here then, Jeff? I couldn't see my screen. Was it literally just stopped sharing?
You're sharing again now.
Can you see it?
Yes, I can now.
Perfect. Sorry, if I've just been waffling on a blank screen, I feel like an idiot.
No, no, the screen was up. I could see it.
All right, okay. Right, so Bitcoin this week, what do you think for next?
Oh, I don't know. I think we're going to keep ranging, which means we go
Choppity
down.
chop.
Chibbity chip chop chop. Well, what we got now? 74.
74K dead.
Oh, what am I going to say?
You've either got to be ballsy and say like 78.
67. I'm going to say
Don't ever do
67.
that again. That was horrific. Someone kept saying that the other day, and I was like, why do you keep saying that? And then they showed me, and I was like, Jesus Christ.
Oh my
What has
gosh.
this
Even
world
my son
become
said,
to?
he says that you can't do that anymore. He says, Daddy, you can't do that anymore. It's 2026 now.
I'm
He said, I'm
going
not
to
allowed to do it anymore.
say, what did you say?
6-7.
67,000.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to go, we don't go that low. I'm going to say 70K.
That's only literally only because you don't have children.
No, we're not going that low. 70K is holding the support.
I'm on Financial Navigator. 6-7.
Oh, God.
Oh, all right. 70 then.
Yeah, I'll say 70K. Hyperliquid.
Do you want to do hype again?
Yeah, hype's been a beast. We have to pay attention to this thing.
Hype.
It deserves a spot over
Yeah, hype is.
ETH, Solana, everything.
Yes. Well, ETH, let's do ETH as well because ETH has just had its stake in
Right, so we'll
ETF
get rid
and
of
quite the run.
Zcash, Oil, and
Yeah.
Oracle. So we'll get ETH in, yeah?
Yeah. Let's get ETH. We'll do ETH and silver
Okay.
because I'm quite feeling that silver short, you know?
Glad you like it, sir.
No, I do. I do.
So Hyperliquid, what do you think? We're above
I think,
key area of support, or what should be acting as support now. I want to say
I think
higher,
this
but in a
one.
week's time, I
I
think we could have a pullback. Like from a trade
Yeah,
perspective,
I want
I'm
to say high
thinking
as
a
well.
limit long. I'm
For
gonna
maybe like what,
say,
41?
yeah, that's what I was thinking. But then is that far enough? We're at 39 now. I'm gonna
Okay,
say
so
43.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with you that we have a similar pullback. So I'm gonna say 33. Can I
Saying
say 33?
33. Yeah?
Yeah. It's a big old drop, that isn't it? Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
gonna say
it's what I'd
33.
like to see though. I mean, if it did do that, I'd be buying spot there.
Yeah.
As I said earlier, I've got spot orders in that range. So yeah. Okay. You saying 53, I'm going 43. Sorry, 33 and 43.
Okay. I'll tell you what though, if Bitcoin keeps on pushing, I will absolutely succumb to this bull trap.
But yeah, that's the
If
whole idea of
BTC
the
keeps
bull
pushing.
trap. When
Yeah,
you get suckered in, I know I need to sell everything.
absolutely sell. Absolutely sell. Absolutely, like massive sale signal. Although, did I sell? I haven't sold the bottom yet. so we do still have we probably have got upside. So yeah, I'm going
What do you
33, you're
think
going
for ETH
43.
then?
I can't help but be bullish about ETH at the minute. 2,100.
2,100?
Yeah.
That's pathetic.
10%?
Right, I'm going 2.5. 2.5. And then finally silver.
So you've gone Bitcoin to reign, but all the alts to move up. So you're
Yeah,
thinking
boy.
Bitcoin gives up a bit of dominance.
Yeah. I think we have some animal spirits
Fair?
come back.
Fair. All right. Silver.
What do you think?
75?
Yeah, we're going to
75?
have support there. 75 is, I mean, that could work. Don't see why it wouldn't. 75k. You know what? I'm going to join you.
Yeah.
So do we want to do anything else or leave it
$75,
as
not
those four?
75k. Uh, what else is interesting at the moment? Do you want to do?
Oh, look at
Oh, hold
this.
on. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'm going to quickly have a look and see what's got the most
What
interest.
about that VVV?
That's not on here, is it? It is.
It is it not?
Yeah, I put on a little
Yeah, that's why I
long
mentioned it. I
leverage.
saw it.
Yeah, yeah, I put on a leverage long.
That has been
I'm out.
against the trend.
I'm out of it now. Yeah, yeah.
What's the biggest gainers of today? I haven't actually looked.
I think it's
FET,
AI stuff.
Pepe, Zcash, the last 7 days, River, FET,
Yeah,
Tau.
but FET's AI. Well, last 7 days I've got FET, Tau, Render on CoinGeckos, and those are all AI plays, right? And then
Should
after
we
that
do
is
one of
Trump.
the AI plays? Which one do you want to do? Tau, FET, or
Do
Render?
you want to do Tau?
Yeah,
Do you want to do Tau?
good with me.
Yeah, Tau. I'm screaming correction.
But when I say correction, I'm only,
Oh
like I
well.
said earlier, I'm talking like 250.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, we almost touched 300 yesterday.
Yeah, we went above. We went to, well, we did touch 300 on my chart.
Yeah, sorry, that was not yesterday. That was 2 o'clock. I'm looking at the hours.
Today,
That was earlier today.
sorry, someone's just trying to break in.
Yeah, I'm gonna go 250.
Okay, yeah, I'm going to join you 250.
We have got a mixed bag. We're gonna have an interesting scores
Right,
next
so
week.
over to you, sir. If I stop
You're gonna have
sharing,
to
yeah?
stop sharing. Yeah.
stop sharing. There we go. Boom,
So
boom.
let's have a look at what we got here. So one position that we're in is up 24% BTC long from last week, ended at
Close
68.3
it.
and marks at 73. All right, so we'll close that, yeah?
Yeah,
Let's collect our winnings. We also, during the week, had our hype long, which we kept running from the week before. We closed that out at 37,
love it.
9.5. And our oil long, which we got dumped out
Yeah.
of it. We hit our loss at 86.
Thankfully, it looks like our Bitcoin has countered that
Yes. And
in a dollar value.
and the thing is, that oil, that hit that we took was so unfortunate. Because if
Yeah,
we'd
the
have recorded
timing
an
was
hour
just
later,
pants.
yeah, if we'd have recorded an hour later and Trump would have said, "Oh, the war's nearly finished," we would have, or I would have still wanted to put the oil long on, and we would have hit our stop loss. So, what do you call them? Black swans. There's not much you can
Indeed.
do about that. Right. So, what do we agree on?
We don't agree on Bitcoin.
No, we don't agree on hype.
No, so
We don't
what
agree
I
on
do
ETH.
agree with on the hype though is if we get a pullback, I think it's in for a long. So I would like to do a limit long at your target of around 33/34.
Yes. Yes.
Would you agree?
Yeah. I would strongly agree.
Also, again, would happy to do that with ETH. And I'm happy to get into a silver short because I think we can define our risk really well.
Oh, okay. So I'd like the ETH. We'll do the ETH limit, and we'll do the hype limit, and we'll do the silver short.
So ETH limit, hype limit, silver short.
Yeah, go on then.
Love it.
All right. Hype limit. We'll get in at 33. Isolated 3x
Should we do
limit.
34
Okay.
just to play safe from what I'm
Let's
looking
do
at?
34.1. Because
Okay.
sometimes it doesn't like to hit whole numbers. We'll be in for $20.
And I think we have a defined risk of what, say 30, stop loss at 31, 30?
31, yeah.
Gives us a bit
I
of
think
wiggle room.
I think 31's good.
Okay.
Take profit. Do we want
I
one?
think we leave it open.
That's what I like to hear. All right, let me place that order. Abash.
Love it.
Okay, but we're going to go in on this silver, which will be the only
Yeah, I think
position.
we go into the silver short now. And I think we have stops at, I mean, because it's been quite volatile, I think we've got to have a stop loss at around what, 86? And
I said
again, I think we leave the floor open.
I like
I
this.
say the floor, the profits.
Yeah, the floors. We can go as low as we want.
Yeah.
All right.
But potentially be lower the leverage one though, just because of the
Why?
volatility of it.
It's not more volatile than crypto.
Well, I don't know. Silver's had some pretty mad like daily candles.
Yeah, it's had one day, which has been mad for silver, which is quite normal for
Okay,
all the
we'll
other.
leave it. We shall leave it. And then finally, what was it? The ETH long.
Limit, yeah.
Yeah, I'm happy to do a limit long at call it. So what
2-2.
did you say?
I said
2-1.
2-1. Yeah, but I think 2-1's
2-1-60.
okay. Okay.
And then again, I think we have stop losses reasonably tight. Call it.
Just for the ladies and gentlemen at home, make sure you always use isolated.
Yeah, not cross.
Not cross.
And I think we have stop losses at what? 2K?
So we want it at 2,150, yeah?
Yeah.
I think it should be 2,2, you know. I've got
Yeah, go on then. I'm happy to do 2-2.
yeah, I've got
You've done 220.
I know. I just want to add a little one because you know
All right.
right. Dollars.
$20.
Oh, that's wrong. So we want to do a long from there, don't we?
Yes,
20.
sir. Are we
Stop
isolated?
loss? Yes. Stop
Probably.
loss.
2K.
And TP.
Open. Oh, stop loss. Could we do 250? 2050. Yeah. I'd rather you do 47 than 67, but anyway.
Let's place the order.
So can we have a little update of just what the account's sitting at, what we've got going on with it?
We've got these orders open. This is our one position, is our silver short. Currently our
Right, okay.
balance is $140, give or take.
$140?
$140.
Right, so
Give
we've
or
got a
take.
silver short, an SL short. What was our entry on that?
81.
81 entry. Stop loss. In open orders, it should be.
Why do we not have a stop loss?
Oh, maybe it didn't go on.
No, we haven't got a stop loss.
Let's get it on. What did we say?
85. We said, didn't we? 85 was supposed to be the
86,
stop
I
loss.
think it was.
86.
86, Jeff. A good job we were checking.
Yeah, but that's interesting because
There we go.
right.
So we
Yeah,
got
fun.
silver short entry. We've entered now at 81 with a stop loss of 86. We've got a limit long hype at what's our entry? 41.
34. Yeah.
34.1 with a stop loss of
31.
31. And no TP. We're leaving it open.
We've got no TPs this week.
Okay. And then ETH entry is what? What's our limit entry?
2,207.
2,207.
Yeah.
Oh, you did your funny numbers, didn't you?
Yeah, so it doesn't.
And then stop loss was at
2067.
57, and then open TP again. Perfect. So I'll get that sorted. So what's the account on? Let's have a little update on the account. Bear in mind, everyone, just if it's your first time here, this is our second run at 100 to 100K challenge. As the first one got down to $20, and then we reloaded, didn't we? That was probably
Just before Christmas.
Was it just before Christmas?
I think so.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we've had this account 5 months, give or take. So what we at? What's the overall balance?
Balance is $140.
And if you go to the portfolio at the top, what's it say? Oh, look at our P&L. Look at us, we're profitable. Come on.
That's only going to last
yes.
24 hours. That's why.
Right, now do it all time.
They're
Oh,
down $40.
but we're making a good dent.
So we're almost recovering the losses from when we wiped out,
Yeah,
which was when the market changed. If we do like 30-day, we're up, 7-day, we're
yeah. And what's the overall balance at the minute? We must be around 150, right?
140 is our
Oh,
current.
total equity 160. Oh,
Yeah, but that's
sweet.
because we've got some money in the vault. Because remember,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
were testing out the vault, so we've got like
And was it
20
what
bucks.
what we're just earning interest on that, are we?
Yeah, we've earned 3
20
cents.
bucks.
We've earned
Love
3 cents
it.
so far. 1% APR at the minute.
Yeah, so when the volatility picks up, that'll bounce again, won't it?
Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah.
And so on.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's not what it goes. So, time to get on a plane.
Yeah, don't worry. Plane's been tested. We are flying with Emirates today.
I see what you mean. Okay, it's gone now.
Can you see my screen?
Yep.
Lovely. Right. What do we fancy this week?
Our portfolio is dwindling over
Yeah,
here.
it's not looking too hot. I think we
Not
need to go
looking
more
good, bruv.
degenerate.
Oh, I love that.
So I think this is a good way of paying the peace trade of going no. Oh, don't ask me to do this now, Jeffrey. I did it earlier. Gordon Bennett.
To see your phantom wallet.
Can you see it now?
Yes. No, can't see it now.
Ha ha.
Mwahaha.
All you'll find on there is a Sunak meme
Okay.
and some dwindling Polymarket accounts,
Okay.
which can be used as tax harvest losses. Right, so peace trade. What do we reckon? You reckon this is a good idea for a peace trade or not?
This is boots on the ground, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's unlikely because if he's got midterms.
And plus, you just, I don't know.
So it's in the additional context. It says U.S. military personnel who deliberately enter the terrestrial territory of Iran for operational purposes, e.g., military, humanitarian, will qualify. Pilots who are shot down or other cases in which U.S. military personnel did not deliberately enter the territory of Iran will not qualify.
By the end of March, in the next 2 weeks, boots on the ground.
I was looking more at no for the December one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
couple of
Yeah, I
bucks.
do like that. Yeah. That is the peace trade. Right. I
Or do
see
we
what
do a
you're
bit? Do we do
saying
a bit
now.
more? Do we do $5?
I think 2 is enough. I think 2 is enough.
Okay. Right. Anything else?
That's a good peace trade, that is. Is there any football on tonight?
There is Brentford, Wolves. I actually fancy a Wolves win.
Yeah, they've been on smoke recently. All right, yeah, go on then. Let's have a bit of that.
Well, I hate that it's under soccer. I hate
So
it.
yeah,
Je déteste.
it's rude.
Wolves, yeah.
Yeah, a buck.
Cheeky little buck, 11 cents.
Yeah, go on then.
$1.65 actually. What am I paying? Look at that.
Yeah.
Come on, Wolves. Up the Wolves.
If that comes in, we get $10.
Yeah, boy. Right. So is there
Yeah.
anything else going on? Politics. Fed decision in March is going to be no change. Everyone's. Do you know they're actually talking about hiking rates now?
Why?
Yeah, retards, absolute retards. When I heard them talking about it on the, I think it was Forward Guidance podcast, I was thinking, you've got to be kidding me. It makes no sense. All of that else, I'm not interested in any of that. Oh, look, League of Legends stuff. Whoever TSW is getting battered.
Secret whales.
Yeah. Crypto, ETH above. What price will Bitcoin hit in March?
Oh, I didn't know MetaDAO had another public sale coming up.
We got the last one right, didn't we? Total commitments for the P2P protocol public sale. What do you reckon this could get to?
No, but the MetaDAO price is looking really cheap.
What's the ticker for it?
Meta. Right, so I haven't looked at it. All right, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to look at it right now.
I've
And
never looked at this. What is it? Can you explain what this
their
is?
project, it's like a launch pad effectively, but their projects launch always at really low valuations. So you've always got a really good chance of making good money. Oh, here we go.
Right.
Decentralized stablecoin on off ramp for emerging markets. Backed by Coinbase, Multicoin Capital, Alliance DAO, and Reclaim Protocol. Let's see. Off ramp processing the highest monthly volume in this segment. Merchants. Most trades settle under 90 seconds. What network is it on? On chain. Proof of credibility. Social verification, reputation points.
So do you reckon it's got any value in here then?
It looks all right. 2 years of 4 million monthly volume in February.
So is there any value in these prices or not? Because all of them are reasonably high.
It looks like a good project. It shows the 25 staff all get $3,000 a month for give or take average marketing. It shows Solana is built on. They want to launch across Africa, East, North America, Middle East and North Africa, Latin America. Okay, yeah, come on. Let's go.
What do you want on it?
I think this
Greater
will do
than
all
6
right,
mil?
Whoa.
Values in the 8 to 12 mil region.
Yeah, I
say.
know. And I was thinking I want to go whatever's just over 50%. I'd say 8.
Yeah.
But have they ever raised that much? I don't think they've ever raised that much, you know.
A quick look before I put it on.
Yes, with Ranger they did. Ranger did.
Never heard of Ranger either.
Come on, let's go with 8.
Okay.
Let's go with
Done.
8.
Finance, Fed decision. No. Apple, largest company, IPO. Which companies will be acquired for 2027? That's a gambling company, isn't it? Caesars Entertainment.
Yeah, probably.
I think they're trying to be bought out by that big one in the US. Pizza Hut, Ubisoft, Viking Therapeutics.
Lovable's a good one.
Lovable. Never heard
Yeah.
of it.
Lovable's an AI, lets you build apps on AI.
Perplexity's AI as well, isn't it?
Yeah, but I think they're a bit big to get bought. Can't see them getting bought. I'd go with Lovable or GitLab. Lovable or GitLab.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like
Spread the
both of those.
bets.
Yeah, go on then. GitLab's a wild one actually, because GitLab's been around for ages, but you never know.
Stick it on there. Okay. Anything else? Will silver
Look at
hit
that
by
crude,
the
crude.
end of March?
Oh yeah, let's do that.
What did we say?
We said 75. We said below 80, but everyone's saying below 80.
So if we go yes for 65,
No, that's below 65 by the end of
if it,
March in 2
yeah,
weeks. That would be a lot of volatility for it to go down that far.
true.
That
No,
fast.
actually, I'm happy with just with our trade on that.
Yeah.
Crude oil, geopolitics, no, tech. Second best AI model. Claude 5. Which companies will have an AI model by June? GTA 6 released before June 26.
No, they said the date's November, didn't they?
I think that's it. There's not much else going on, is there?
Yeah.
There is not much else going on. Strait of
No,
Hormuz returns to normal by end of April.
no chance.
No. Okay, we'll leave it as is.
That is the peace trade, by the way, when the Strait
Yeah,
of Hormuz returns to normal.
we did the peace trade. This is what we currently have on the book.
Look at this.
Not much.
Like everything we've got is wrong. Every single thing.
Battered. We do better our degenerate gambling stuff for the football.
Yeah.
But hey
Anything
ho.
that's long term, we seem to just be getting wrong.
What do you mean, mate? I'm so good at long term.
Oh dear.
May I just point to you the silver top?
Yeah, but that's not, I mean, like these ones. That wasn't long term because you said it was the top and then it happened like a week later
Exactly, Jeff. To a T.
to an absolute T.
Yeah. And Fartcoin, Dogecoin will be going to $1 in the future.
Yeah. And at some point.
But anywho, like that wraps up episode 70. Thank you very much, guys. And we shall catch you next week. Be sure to follow us on all new social medias. Crypto Waffle on TikTok, on Instagram, and the YouTube.
We have a
So
new
get yourselves
YouTube.
over there. Yeah, we should hopefully next week, or not hopefully, sorry, we will next week be streaming across YouTube. We can't do TikTok or Instagram till we hit a certain amount of followers. So I will be doing my utmost to get content out and to get some followers coming in, do some standard growth tactics that I know on the socials as well. So we'll put them to good use. But until next time, ladies and gents, thank you very much. We shall see you all soon. Adios. I nearly just left you there without stopping the recording.